Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, KGFL Creations. This is another episode of hashtag Friday Sews. Well, let's start with what has been going on here in the sewing room. As you can see, I am wearing a top. This is a blouse that I made out of the latest fabric that I got from the Think Pink subscription box. This was box number 34. And in December, I received the box, but I didn't have time to sew anything as I usually do. I get the box and I sew right away, but I didn't have time to do that because I was sewing other things. But then when I finished my bomber jacket, I went straight for this one here. And I decided to do a new pattern for me. I have purchased this pattern. I've been eyeing this pattern for a while. And it is the Be Mine by Pattern Emporium. Yeah, it's the one with the that little balloon sleeve. Let me see if I can go back and you can see it. This sleeve is just, oh my goodness. It's it's everything for this blouse, this sleeve. It's just, yeah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And it turned out so nice up here. It is really, really nice. This is the medium, the middle neckline. They have a higher. This is the mid, and then they have a lower one. I think they're like this much of a difference, maybe about an inch or so from the top to the mid and to the lower neckline. I decided to do the mid neckline. Maybe next time I could do the one up top here, because this is very, very wide. Here it does look good, nothing is showing at all. I had to pull my bra a little bit to the side here so it wouldn't show right here. And yeah, this fabric, oh, it did fray a little bit, you know, viscose. It does fray, but it wasn't too crazy. It was very nice to sew with. It was really, really good, this fabric. And these colors, what can we say, these colors, really nice. And I really like this blouse, the Be Mine. And the back, you can see the back. I did not do the opening back here because the pattern does call, it's non-functional. You can put it on and put it in, take it off without using the little button here in the opening. It does say in the pattern that's just for decoration. So I decided just to omit that. I wasn't going to do anything with the little ruler loops and put something back there in a button. Nah, don't need that. Now I'm going to take this off and I'm going to show you the blouse on a hanger. I'm going to show you the label and everything that I did with the blouse. I'm going to tell you all the details about this new pattern to me. First time I'm using a Pattern Emporium pattern. It's a lot of pattern here, but it's the first time, and yeah, it's new to me, and so far so good. So far so good. Okay, this is the Pattern Emporium Be Mine out of the Think Pink subscription box fabric that I just made, that I just told you, and I just finished this one. Really nice. It was a little bit big on me. I cut this size, I printed the size 18. That's what the measurements, my measurements, that's where I fell into. I looked at the shoulder and I decided to do a narrow shoulder adjustment of 1/2 inch. So I did that right off the bat. Because I knew it was going to be a little bit big. It came down a little bit too much for my liking, but I was looking at the pictures. Actually, I'll put a picture here for you guys to see of the pattern. I did not print the instructions because there were a lot of pages for the instructions, so I was just looking on the computer while I was sewing this. But yeah, it was a little bit too big, and this is still a little bit too big for me. Even here on the sides, here in the bust up here, little bit big on the sides. First I did sew only the 3/8 of an inch because that is the seam allowance, 3/8 of an inch. I did sew the 3/8 of an inch, and I thought it was a bit too big still, and then I went in on another uh, another a quarter inch. So total was 5/8 of an inch on each side. I know quarter inch is not that much, but it, it does help a little bit. But yeah, it was a bit too big. Even up here, this lays flat. Actually, right here, it does not lay that flat. I did stay stitch this, but apparently it wasn't enough to keep this from doing that. It's not much. It is not much, but I can see it. It kind of pokes out just a tiny little bit. Like I said, I felt it was too big, but it is okay. The pictures does show that it's a tiny little bit oversized shirt. Everything now, it's oversized. Everything is hanging off the shoulders. Everything is very, loose. So I guess that's just the way the pattern is. I added a label, one of my new labels that I got from my Kylie and the Machine advent calendar. And it says fresh threads. Hope you can see it. It says fresh threads, and it's green. I was gonna add a blue label. Then I looked at it and I said, well, this is blue. So if I added a blue label, I'm not gonna be able to see it. So I just decided to add this one right here. I added to the facing. I attached it to the facing, and the facing, it's inside. I did the top stitching. You can either leave it like, you can stitch it down right here in the shoulder seams right here and leave everything open, but facings, they don't stay down. So I did one of the instructions as to top stitch the facing all around here, and that turned out really good because it does hold the facing down all over here in the back too. I know you're not going to be able to see this because this is blue and blue on blue, so you won't be able to see it, but maybe here you can. And the little lilac and peach right here, you can see the little blue top stitching right there. I did not do the band at the bottom. There is a little band that you put. I just did the hem 3/8 of an inch up, and then another 3/8 of an inch, just a regular hem. That's all I did here. Why use the extra fabric if you're not gonna, see it? I think they do that big band on light colored fabrics because you can really see it on the inside. I guess that's the intention, but I didn't want to do it on this one here. Turned out really, really good. My daughter, she saw it and she's like, oh, next time you make a blouse for me, can you do that sleeve? This sleeve, it is a statement sleeve. Well, this is the front pattern piece, and I wanted to show you the difference between this one. Oof, there's a lot of glare. This is the top one right here, this one here, and I cut it and I did fold it back so I can cut the mid, which is this one here, and the lower neckline is right here. So this one here, it's higher by 1.25 inches. I just measured this little piece here. So if I wanted to do the higher neckline, is 1.25 inches higher. And this one here from the mid to the lower one is 1.5 inches. So that will bring it really low here. It is really low for me. I'm not comfortable with that. Like I said, the other change that I made was I did a narrow shoulder adjustment, and I wrote here how much I did was 1/2 inch, and the date that I did it, 1/1/25. That's when I started on this. And yeah, so that was the front piece. I did not do the center front seam here, and I did not do the seam in the back. Like I told you, the seam in the back is to do the little opening here. I did not want to do that little opening, so I didn't do that. And all I had to do was just fold here and cut this on the fold instead of cutting two pieces. I want to show you the piece, the sleeve piece. This piece is interesting. It's big, but look at the sleeve. It has this right here. That's the pulling, in the back where we have all that fabric that's you know, that has that balloon sleeve. It's this portion right here, and this portion here is the front where it kind of, you know, goes up. I did lengthen the sleeve because all the pictures that I saw, they were a little bit higher up in the arm, and I was thinking most of the time I have to lengthen the sleeves for long sleeves. Anything that I do, I always have to add something to it. So I decided to add already. I added 1 inch to the length of the sleeve. So this will be, I did like where it landed on me. It wasn't too short because the other ones, they were all hitting kind of up here, and I wanted just a little bit lower. So it wasn't hitting me at this kind of close to my elbow right here, the little junction. So I just added 1 inch to this. If I do this for my daughter, I'm pretty sure we'll have to do one for her because she really liked the sleeve. I will have to take off the 1 inch because, you know, she does not need the extra length for the sleeve. This was a pretty easy make. This here, like I said before, this was my first time using a pattern emporium pattern. This Be Mine balloon sleeve blouse. Pretty easy. It was only 1, 2, 3. It was five pattern pieces. Front, back, sleeve. No, I'm lying. 6. Front, back, sleeve, the little sleeve band, the facing the front, a piece for the front and a piece for the back. So that is 6 pattern pieces. But it was nice and easy. Instructions were really, really good. It did take me a little bit because I had to pin a lot. There was a lot of gathering right here in this sleeve, a lot of gathering. Then I had to pin everything, make sure that everything was, you know, fitting in this tiny little piece here, the sleeve band here. And I did baste after I sewed it first. I did baste it, make sure that everything looked okay before I finished it. I also basted this portion right here after I added the facing. I did iron it and I did baste it. I ironed it again, just make sure that everything was laying flat here and then on the back. And then only after that, I did the top stitching right here. Adding the sleeve, the way I usually do it, was nice and easy. I'm really, really happy with this blouse. This statement sleeve is the bomb. It's really, really nice. Yeah, look at that. So, so pretty. Something else that I wanted to tell you, I got a book. I had received a gift certificate from my sister. It was a gift certificate from Amazon. So I did go on Amazon and I wanted to buy something for the sewing room. So I ended up buying this book here, Pants for Real People. Yeah, this book right here, because I do want to sew. Well, I did make pants last year, but it was like a loose palazzo type pants that it's not a fitted type pants that, you know, it's very flowy, but I do want to make a pair of pants. I want to make denim, my white denims. I still want to make that pair of pants, and I need to make some pants. So I did get this book. I kind of went through it just a little bit. I just flipped through it just little by little bit. Didn't read the whole thing yet. Very interesting. Looking at it, I think they do like, it's the Palmer plush, I think, fitting with the pattern like this right here. I hope you can see it right there. But doing that, it seems to me that it's it's similar to the top down center out, something like that. It kind of sounds a little bit like that. You put it on with the elastic on the waist, and then you start fitting and pulling here and pulling there. So yeah, it sounded a little bit similar to me, the way they talk about the pants here. Something else that I had purchased, but I think I'm going to return this. I wanted some sewing needles, and this little set of sewing needles comes in a little, let me just pull this out. It's kind of rounded. It's a little set of sewing needles. I'll take a picture off the internet, and I'll put it here for you guys to see. It's a set of needles that you don't have to thread the needle. All you pull it to the side and it kind of goes into the eye. And it comes with this little holder right here. But this holder, it's full of wood dust on the inside. This thing is dirty with wood dust, and it's kind of weird. I don't understand why they had wood dust on the inside. Maybe because this is made out of wood or something. I don't know. I didn't like all the wood dust, and there's no way for me to clean this. Even when you see, I don't know if you can hear it. Kind of weird. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I might just return it because I'm not too crazy about the wood dust. And since when I take the needles out of here, I'm supposed to take the needles out of here and just put them all in there, but it's full of wood dust. And I don't want the needles mingled in with wood dust. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so this might just go back to Amazon, and then I'll get something else. And it wasn't cheap. It was like, I think it was like $8.99 or something. I mean, not crazy expensive, but not crazy cheap. So yeah, just, there's some still wood dust when you, there's the little sound. So I think this will go back to Amazon. I'm not gonna keep this, but I will keep the book. That is very interesting. The pants for real people. Well, this week I was able to wear my bomber jacket. It did get cold, so I did wear my jacket, and it was nice and cozy. Yeah, the temperatures did get down here in South Florida. I know that the rest of the country, it was really much colder than here. For me, it got down to about 48 degrees early in the morning. By the time I went out to work, it wasn't that cold, but I did wear my bomber jacket, and it turned out really good. I was happy about that. That's it. That's all I had for you guys today. If you liked this video, please hit that like button below. And if you can also subscribe, it will mean a lot to me. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I will see you on my next one. Bye.